All right, what's going on, everybody? So, I'm not a huge Lizzo fan or anything, honestly. I don't think I've ever even heard. I think she makes music. I don't think I've ever even heard any of her songs or anything like that. But, she's become like super popular over the last few years. And she's done some pretty crazy stuff and whatnot and gotten herself in the news. And that's kind of what I know her from. And, I think we can all agree that like Lizzo has been one of the more prominent, I guess, like big celebrities, if you know what I'm saying. People have kind of used Lizzo as like a symbol of how overweight people or obese people can like rise to stardom or whatnot, and like, be an example for the kids and whatnot, and all these other different kind of things and whatnot. So, but with that kind of all unfolding and everything, Lizzo obviously has gotten a lot of hate for her size and whatnot. It's pretty much like, if not the main insult used against her, it's one of the top ones. But if you didn't know, recently Lizzo has made some pretty public steps in trying to, I guess, be a little bit more healthy. As a matter of fact, one of these has been this, I guess, smoothie cleanse that she's gone on. Where I guess, she's gonna drink a bunch of these smoothies or whatever, and, the antioxidants and whatnot are supposed to help clean you out and everything. And of course, it's nutritious and whatnot because of the fruits and probably vegetables and everything that are included in them. So she's kind of publicly went on this little thing where, she's, I guess, trying to get herself into some better health, you know what I'm saying? Which, personally, I think is a good thing, you know what I'm saying? I have no problem with her trying to better herself or better her situation, even if, I don't really care for her or anything that she's done from what I've seen of her. I think it's great when people take the time to like work on themselves and try and like, boost themselves and see like a negative side of their character or their personality or anything about themselves. And they try to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Self-development is very key, and everyone should have to go through at least some of it in order to really kind of adjust to the world around them. But a lot of people apparently don't seem to like the fact that Lizzo is doing what she's doing, okay? And they're actually kind of upset about it, which confuses me, right? Because like I said, this is somebody who's trying to better herself, right? And even if she fails, right? Like even if she, doesn't go through with it, she doesn't lose enough weight or whatever, she doesn't lose any weight even, at least she put forward the attempt, at least she actually put in some sort of effort to better herself. Because, it's hella people out here, man, who, like, they get themselves into a bad position and they wallow in their own sorrow and self-pity, and they refuse to try and, make themselves better in any way. It's woe is me, and they blame everyone around them. It's a horrible side effect of going through whatever you're going through, and it makes people not want to be around you, but a lot of people do that, and that is not something that Lizzo's doing, but of course, since she's actually trying to develop, that has now become a problem. And you'll notice that, whenever you do stuff like this, even in your personal life, people are going to get mad, man. If you try and grow or you try to change, there's always going to be somebody who's fucking mad about it, bro. People who are incapable of changing, of bettering themselves, of growing as a person, they fucking hate to see other people win. They hate to see other people grow. I know this is off topic, but like it's kind of pitiful to see how people will react when they see other people doing well for themselves or like stepping up in life, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go ahead and go through this little Twitter thread here and just kind of address all this because this is it seems like a pretty popular consensus that a lot of these kinds of people are coming through with. So, Lizzo, girl, why? It was inevitable. The industry is so violent towards fat women. Of course she was going to submit to toxic diet culture. It was only a matter of time. Lizzo doesn't owe us anything and she's absolutely free to do whatever she wants. I think the disappointment lies in a lot of us, especially fat black women, seeing ourselves in a woman who is so proud and confident in her body, it makes us want to do the same to ours. Alright, so let's go through this and just kind of address this. So, first off, can you please explain to me what the fuck toxic diet culture is? That just sounds like an excuse to like not lose weight to me. Oh my god, these people are eating fruit and vegetables, and they're actually limiting their caloric intake, and they're actually maintaining the proper amount of nutrition for their bodies? That's so toxic, oh my god. It hurts my feelings that I eat McDonald's 4 times a day, and these people are, not eating fucking McDonald's 4 times a day because they don't want to have high cholesterol and all these other, documented issues of being overweight, if not obese. That's such a toxic culture, you know what I'm saying? It's such a toxic culture that I refuse to stop eating 7,000 calories a fucking day, but someone else who's fat has decided to cut it down to 1,500 a day. That's such a toxic culture. It was only a matter of time before they made the right decision for their own personal health. And it's just time that people accept it, man. Like, you can't just be super healthy long-term being super fat. I mean, if you're 200 pounds overweight, ask literally any doctor that's qualified, and guess what they're gonna tell you every single fucking time? hey, if you keep eating only processed foods 4 times a day, anytime you feel like it, and you put no restriction on yourself, and you refuse to exercise or keep up with your body, you're going to fucking die early, or you're gonna suffer from health effects. It has nothing to do with being, quote, fat phobic. It's just literal science, okay? I hate to break this to folks. If you're happy being fat, that's cool, okay? I mean, I don't care. If you want to be super fat or whatever, that's your own personal decision, you know? I mean, I can't sit there and force you to eat a stalk of celery, you know? But don't sit here and try and pretend to me that there's not documented health effects of what you're choosing to do to yourself. And then pretend to me that people who are eating properly are submitting to a toxic culture. And then you go on to say that Lizzo doesn't owe you anything and she's absolutely free to do whatever she wants, okay? But then, literally in the first tweet of this thread, you're questioning why she's doing this. Lizzo doesn't owe me anything, and she's free to do whatever she wants, but I disagree with her decision, so I'm gonna call it out, and I'm actually gonna question it, and I'm owed an explanation. Like, come on, man. You gotta think this one through a little bit more before you're gonna go ahead and go through with this one, so. And here's the thing, like, you see her being so proud and confident in her body, okay? Why is she not allowed to make changes to the body that she's confident in? What about that disappoints you? You know what I'm saying? You literally say in that tweet, you're disappointed because, like, you literally say that the disappointment lies in a lot of us, especially fat black women apparently, seeing yourselves in a woman who is proud and confident in her body, okay? But it made you want to do the same to yours. So, okay, be proud and confident in your body. You can still accept the health effects and risks of what you're doing and be proud and confident. What about that is disappointing? You know what I'm saying? What about it is disappointing? What, because you're living vicariously through this woman who happened to be fat, and now that she doesn't want to be fat anymore, you feel disappointed because you were, I guess, leaning too hard on this celebrity for self-confidence. Like, what? Why are you leaning on a fucking celebrity of all people for your own self-confidence? Like, that is just not mentally healthy to begin with, okay? So, and then they say the problem is that fat phobics, okay, people who are afraid of fat people, and horrible people who will now use Lizzo's weight loss as a tool to further shame and abuse fat women who are happy in their bodies, okay? So, if you're happy in your body, and you're confident in yourself, and you're fine, and you're accepting the health risks of what you're doing, why do you give a fuck what anyone says? Like, why do you care? You know what I'm saying? If you're already to the point where, like, you're mentally set on what you want to do, this is who you are, why does it matter what anyone else says? Especially people on the internet. And yeah, I get, you know, people are gonna be assholes online. You're gonna get the people who, you know, are actually being douchebags. But people who are stating, like, scientific facts are not being assholes, and they're not fat phobic. Like, it's just crazy to me that, you know, Lizzo was praised for being fat, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she's choosing to do whatever she wants with her body. She's showing that you can still be an industry symbol even though you're fat. But now that she's choosing to take her health into consideration, and she wants to be healthier, and she wants to do body cleanses and stuff, all of a sudden now it's a problem and your image of her is different? I mean, my image of her isn't any different. I still don't think, I'm not a huge fan of what she does. But I wish her fucking Godspeed in changing her life in any way that she desires. And if she chooses to be fucking 9 million pounds and fat and whatever, then that's cool with me, okay? It's really not my business. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, supporting Lizzo and signing out.